Hi there, this is Rosie Aiello with the Love is Kind Network, hosting the Love is Kind movement on Facebook. We are on a mission, a global mission, to create kinder, intimate relationships, kinder families, a kinder community, and a kinder world. To create this win-win situation so that we can lift each other up and grow in love together instead of this putting each other down kind of attitude. It just doesn't fly. So today I'm going to be sharing with you really soon. I'm going to be sharing with you in just a few minutes one of the biggest mistakes that women make when wanting to or seeking a relationship. And Valentine's Day is around the corner. So there's lots of love and everyone's seeing hearts in the store, and they're thinking, oh, I got to find somebody, or they're thinking, oh, there's nobody for me, or I'm not lovable. I'm not going to be addressing all of those today. I'm going to be addressing just one of those issues today. But I will be creating a series through Valentine's Day to help you get through this period when, especially if you've been in an abusive relationship or you have just left one. There's different stages every woman will go through. So you need to be aware of your stages. But no matter where you are, you need to listen to this. So please join us. It's just going to be starting in just a few minutes at the top of the hour, wherever you are in the world. It is almost 10 o'clock here in California, and we are having a pretty blue sky day today. I'm in Southern California, and it's just really quite lovely. And I feel blessed to be here, because it wasn't always that way. So just join me as we just get set up here for a really, really important topic. And I'm going to be challenging you, ladies. I'm going to be challenging you because life is what you're going to make it. And we're going to go over those ways in just a few moments. I really want you to be a part of this, to be a part and really be an active creator of your life. Even when you think, are you freaking kidding me, Rosie? I can barely see. And that's okay. You can see a little bit. And we're just going to keep going and making the right moves so you can have the life that you deserve. Your life is so important. You matter. You have value. And even if you don't feel that yet, just keep listening to this, listening to me, listening to others who can lift you up until you're able to stand squarely on your feet. And that's how it works. We're not here to do this alone. And this is another mistake. I mean, all these mistakes that we make as we are developing, as we're changing, as we're growing. What I want to share with you is that it's all about us. It's what we do ourselves. So we're just about here at the top of the hour, and I want to get you going now. I'm just inviting some dear friends of mine as we are going through this. Yeah. So my question to you is, are you looking to have a relationship? That's the first question. We as human beings are meant to be connected. This is a normal emotion, a normal feeling, a normal wanting is to have a relationship with other people. Now, we want those relationships to be healthy. And for those relationships to be healthy, we need to know what healthy relationships are, what the characteristics of a healthy relationship are, and we need to do a lot of work on ourselves. And the topic of this particular training today is what is one of the biggest mistakes women make when seeking a relationship, especially when you're coming out of an abusive relationship. There are many mistakes, and I'm going to go over just one. So once again, this is Rosie Aiello with the Love is Kind Network. And I'm so glad you're here because it tells me that this is important to you. And I know on my journey to recovery and to finding the love of my life, it just brings me so much joy, that it is a journey. And we're going to be falling into some mistakes. And so I'm going to share this with you so you can hopefully at least short circuit those mistakes that you're making and going, oh yeah, Rosie said that. And I'm aware of that now, so I'm not going to do that. And that's the whole point of this training, because I want to help you create that life. So one of the biggest mistakes women make when seeking a relationship is the feeling of desperation. I know I did that in my relationships before. It's like, oh, I'm getting old. I better just find somebody, right? Or I should be married by now, no matter what your age is. Whether you're 25 or 40 or 65, it's like, well, I should be married. And those are driving you to look from a different point of view. Everything is your perspective. And the other one, part of the whole desperation thing is, besides I'm lonely, I should be married, is I'll never be with anybody. So I better just, be happy with the person I'm with now. So it's not, and I'm going to be talking in depth about this one a little bit later in another training. But a lot of times we say, oh, I'm not good enough, right? I'm not good enough. I just can't find the right person. But what I want to challenge you, and I will talk about this in more details later, is he's not good enough for you. Yeah, pretty interesting, right? So we settle, maybe you've heard that, oh, we settle for somebody. So I want you to be aware of this. So now getting back to this desperation, I'm desperate. I'm just desperate to find somebody. I don't want to be alone. And you don't want to be alone. Okay? Let's get this straight. We're here to be connected to another human being. But remember, the key is to be connected in a healthy way. So I want to challenge you to ask yourself, are you being honest with yourself? And this is about knowing who you are. And if you don't know who you are, these are steps to get to know, and this is what I do in my trainings, then we need to work on that first. We need to work on you. This is the thing. A lot of women will start dating because they're so desperate to be with somebody, but they're not ready. They're not ready emotionally. They're not ready mentally. And sometimes they're not ready physically in their bodies. I'm not saying how you look physically. I'm saying how you feel inside your body, not even being connected to your body. So we go out, in desperation. It's like, oh my gosh, I gotta have somebody. I gotta have somebody right now. I don't want to be alone. I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life. Can you just even hear and feel that energy as I'm talking about that? But that's what's going on in your mind. So when you go with that kind of energy, people pick up on it. So they'll pick up on it and they'll either say, well, this is somebody I can get and take advantage of, right? Or is like, whoa, I don't want to be with that woman. She's like just too much drama. And you may not have even said a word except, hi, how are you? But that energy is being emitted whether you like it or not. And until you clear that energy, until you know who you are and what you want in a relationship, it's never going to change. So seeking a relationship from a point of view of desperation is deadly. You're going to end up in one bad relationship after the other, and you're not going to know why. It's like, well, I'm nice, I'm this, but in the back of your mind, everything that's driving you is like, I got to be in a relationship. I got to be in a relationship. And you don't have any limits to, or even knowledge of what makes a healthy relationship for you. What are your needs? What are your desires? Do you even realize that you deserve to be treated with kindness? Yes, you do. And it starts by being kind to yourself. And what does that mean in this situation? It means knowing who you are. And I was like, well, what do you mean knowing who you are, Rosie? What the heck does that mean? It's like, I know who I am. Do you? Do you know what your values are? Do you know how you behave in a relationship? Are you honest in that relationship? Are you honest in the reason you're seeking a relationship? Are you honest in the relationship? Do you know how to become your authentic self? Be your authentic self. If you don't know these answers, then you are not ready to date. I'm just saving you some time here. But Rosie, I'm getting old. I'm getting this. Yes, we are all getting old. Every single day, every single minute, we are getting older. But the choice is, do you want to live your life in a feeling of desperation, in a feeling of neediness, in a feeling like, oh, I had to settle, in a feeling of, he's not good enough, I'm not good enough? This is your life. It's up to you, and you can create the life that you deserve, but not with this old thinking. And this is what's dragging you down. And you're all confused and just taking steps after steps that are just going in the wrong direction. So, one, again, is not knowing who you are, not being honest with yourself. Like, yeah, I guess I really am coming from desperation. Excuse me. And so what happens is that the real you doesn't even show up because you haven't discovered the real you. The real you who, if you are in desperation and you love, let's say you love to go horseback riding, and you're looking for a horse, and are you going to pick a horse that's bucking and not gentle? No. You're going to pick a horse that, will come up and snuggle up to you and want to be petted and wants to be respected and says, yeah, come on my back. Let's take a ride together. Together. So you can feel the energy in an animal, can't you? In a horse, in a dog. Have you ever had a pet? We used to have a pet. It was a bird. This is when I lived in Lebanon before I did my escape from my abusive husband. And he became, I became his favorite. Let's put it that way. I became his favorite. And I want you to listen to the story from the point of view of energy. So I would, sing songs to him. I would teach him, oh, I love you. And then I would give him a peanut to train him. And then every morning he would come up and he would be ready for his peanut and he would give me some kisses and then he would tell me he loves me. And it was such a sweet relationship. Then my husband would come into the kitchen where we had the bird cage, and my husband would get all upset. And literally, the bird would move far away on the branches. The cage wasn't that big, but whatever he could, he went to the opposite end of the cage, far away from my ex-husband. Because he could feel the anger in my husband. This is a bird, talk about bird brain, right? He probably has maybe they say the intelligence of maybe a 2-year-old, kind of. He has the vocabulary of a 2-year-old. So if a bird can pick up the energy, what do you think a human being can? Let me tell you, a lot more. So if you are coming from desperation, that this is I've got to get married, I've got to find the right person now, right? I'm getting older, I'll never find anybody if I don't okay, I'm just going to take this one. What does that feel like? Feel it in your body. This is what I mean in your body. When I was saying your body, It's just your emotional intelligence, your mental intelligence, and feeling your physical body intelligence. What is your body telling you? Oh yeah, this is not feeling really good. Well, listen to it. So then what do? Well, there are lots of steps to do to start to know who the real you is. You don't want to be in a relationship of desperation and where you're just trying so hard to make it work. When you're in a healthy relationship, it's not working to make the relationship work. The relationship happens and you know the skills to make it and keep it a healthy relationship, not to make it work. See the difference? There's a huge difference of trying to make a relationship work, which means it's not, something is really feeling off, and keeping a relationship healthy. So have you, and are you coming from a point of view of desperation? This is the truth. I want you to think about that, and I want you to journal this down. Journal it down. Why am I seeking a relationship? Because your perspective on that is going to dictate who you attract. And with desperation, you're going to attract men who are going to take advantage of you, who are not healthy, or you're going to attract men who don't want to be with you because they don't want that desperate, needy energy. That is heavy energy. It's exhausting energy. Think about the reverse. When you see somebody who's needy with you, whether it's a friend, female, male friend, whoever it is, even a child who's needy all the time, it's exhausting, it's heavy, it's like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. Is that what you want in a relationship? And maybe and this is why I want to challenge you. And so maybe the answers are not as comfortable as you want, but it's only through this uncomfortableness can you move forward to get to who you really are and who you want to be. Because when finding a partner, it's not about the partner. It's about you. And the more you work on you, you know who you are, you know what you want, you know your healthy boundaries, you know your values, then the men who you'll be attracting will be the ones that will fit into that bucket. And you won't even be looking for other ones. And they won't be looking for you. And then it'll be really a matter of the opportunity to find the person and chemistry, right? So there are a lot of good men out there. But first, it's time to work on you only. So if you like this, please share this. Please tell your friends to join the Love is Kind group, to join the Love is Kind movement page, to share these videos, because we can't create a world of kindness unless you are kind to yourself. It's up to you to create a kind, intimate relationship. And if you are not in a kind, intimate relationship, then it's time to challenge that relationship. You're only here for a short while. And life is complicated. And I know if you were in it, it's hard to get out. I was in one for 25 years before I could do an international escape. So I really do get it. These are hard decisions that we have to make. But man, the freedom of my life now, I could have never imagined. And I'm not a spring chicken, ladies. So that means you can start and do it any time in your life. So many women come up to me and say, oh my gosh, you give me hope that I can have a relationship. And that really touches me. I never thought about it before. And then now everyone's telling me this because I have found the love of my life. Okay? Because of me. Because of what I did. because of my change of perspective and knowing all those things that I'm sharing with you. So it's up to you. So lesson 1, don't come from a point of desperation. You are worthy, you are lovable, and if you don't feel those yet, then we need to work on that. Let's get real. If you don't feel those, you're not going to attract the person that you want to attract. But that's for another training. We can only do so much in a little training here. I just want to get it into your mind how important these strategies are. So take a few minutes, write down in a little journal, why am I seeking a relationship? Am I being honest with myself? Dig deep. Am I feeling desperate? Am I feeling lonely and that's driving me? Am I feeling like, oh, I should be in a relationship or I should get married? Am I feeling that, oh, if if I'm with somebody now, they're good enough, even though I may not be treated well. At least I've got somebody, right? That attitude, at least I have somebody. That's from a point of view of desperation. I'm so desperate to be in a relationship, I will be in any relationship. So ask yourself these questions and answer them. Be honest with yourself. The more you are truthful to who you are, the more you're going to find the right person in your life. Look, Valentine's Day is around the corner. I'm going to be doing a whole series of trainings. Join me. Join the group. Tell your friends. And if you want to have a bigger conversation, go to freedomfulfillmentquiz.com. freedomfulfillmentquiz.com. Complete the quiz. It takes like 4 minutes to get some clarity of where you are in your relationships and in your life. And let's get you in the right direction. If you are struggling, if you are confused, if you're going, what are you talking about, Rosie? I don't even know what any of that means. Then that's probably a time to do this. Okay, that's it for today. Look for more between now and Valentine's Day. I'll be doing more videos on these topics to get you in the right frame of mind. We all want to be connected because it's a natural human emotion. Let's just make sure it's the right one. Remember, you deserve to be treated with kindness and have that expectation as you are dating, okay? As you are seeking a relationship, as you are in a relationship, that you deserve to be treated with kindness. And there's a big and here, ladies, a big and that is, and it starts by being kind to yourself. And if you don't know what that means, again, go to freedomfulfillmentquiz.com and let's hop on a call so we can get you in the right direction. I believe in you. You are amazing. You are worthy. Have a fabulous day.